guys, tis Jet for episode 24, and there is Fabian. Hello. I am re-recording episode 24 because the last one it fell apart. I couldn't go with it. I had to do something worth doing. So, hoy. That's, oh. You look like that character from that game that I still don't understand. That's fine. It's under construction. Work in progress. So yeah, there was a decision, I suppose, has been made that people are going to start fiddling a bit more with Origin. So I have set aside a plot for myself, but I don't really know what to do with it yet. It's all good. Let's see. Encouraged even. So here's one corner of my new plot. Then goes that way and then that way. And there you can see the revamp we did of, well, basically I did, of the Garden of Origin, which is due north of and not too far away from the point where you first log into the world. And people were falling off. In fact, I just fell off. And then I drowned. So I died twice. Luckily, I got almost everything back except one of my half-decent picks. So I'm going to have to get a new pick. Luckily, Gem Cutter still exists. It costs 37 levels to repair at this point, so I'm using it sparingly. But let's take a look briefly. Just in interview. You can, with patience, make it to the top all on your own. So here's the other corner. I'm not sure at this point if my plot is big or small. Please turn up my other pick. See, I did this as well, and then I ended up down there and I drowned. Luckily, I was able to get all my stuff except for the pick, which I lost when I fell. And I had stuff strewn all over the jungle. So apparently, Garden of Origin is not perfectly safe. It is simply safer. So it's going up. It's hard to appreciate from this angle, but especially in the dark. It's always dark when I play this stupid game. Because... No, it's just because it feels like it. Because... Yeah. So, let's see. Hello. There's Fab's spot. Mine's over here. I think Oplike is now working off in this direction somewhere. So when I said the decision was made to work at Origin for a while, it was mostly just everybody kind of felt like doing it at the same time. There's something going on over here. I may have to take a look. So let's see. Let's head on up. Please. I still don't see it anywhere. That stinks. Okay, let's be patient and head on up. Okay, so let's see. I now have this bizarre thing called free time. I don't know how that happened. I gave my CPAN talk earlier in the week. Jeez, it felt like a week ago now. This past Tuesday. That went pretty well. I think I may have mentioned that already. I did in my last episode. Sorry. Let's see. No, don't drown. I don't want you to drown with my rolling R's. There. Here we go. So this remains intact from the previous garden, but the rest has changed. Take a look at this. Take a look. 4 large trees, a pool with this floating in the middle of it, lots of imported plants. The portals are in the same place. Dive right through, but you can go on through and see things by sticking out the side, including Fabian's plot. Can I see Fabian? I don't see him. Still, it's coming along. Whatever it is, it's coming along. Definitely something going on down there. Let's see. Now you can't fall off. I fell when I went down the water, and then I stepped out for air, and I didn't quite make it back in the in the stream. My plot over here, you can sort of... It's all this area here, but I'm not sure what to do with it yet. Because to a certain extent, I don't want to... Ooh, here comes the sun. I don't want to really mess with the jungle too much. Whatever I do has to mesh with the jungle. But you know, that's basically it. It's just a nice oasis in the sky, suspended by magic. Ooh. Alright, now I'm curious what the heck's going on over there. Let's see if I can die this time. Luckily, I'm not carrying all my stuff with me now. I should be able to make this, right? Oh! Batar. I still want my stupid pick to turn up. I mean, it's probably still out here somewhere in some tiny little nook. Bouncing, floating. Yeah, not bad, huh? It's not so bad. It was this way, right? Yeah, I believe so. Well, this jungle's a bit more vertical than I thought. Oof. Is this like a... I love stuff like this. There should be stuff like this on my commute to work. I'd bike every day. Okay. This is nice. Oh, I know. That's I thought it was... I couldn't see how it could be, but it isn't. It's vine. I thought it might be emeralds. Come on, let me out. Now, see, now I'm all turned around. I don't know where anything is. I just wanted to check out that... Oh, here we go. How is the tree not burning? See, I like that. Look at that. That garden is nice. It's neat. He's online. I wonder. Hello, stuff. I'll leave it alone. So I need to figure out what to do with my plot. Damn it. Oh yeah. So happenstances. I forgot. Gave my talk. The email server is running. It needs tweaking, some debugging, but it works. I can email comes in and out. We're not getting defiled with spam yet. Someplace has been poking around trying to get bounces from our server to see whether or not they can figure out what is a real account and what isn't. They're trying really obscure addresses at this point, though, so I'm not sure what their success rate is going to be. Oh man, all of a sudden I have a headache. And there's a random golem out in the middle of the desert. So, okay. Doesn't that look nice? Come on. That looks awesome. Especially with the trees and the vines. Vines are one of the best things in this stupid game. Okay. That's a good use of vines. Sorry, I don't really know what I'm doing at the moment. This is new. I don't remember this. My old house. I wonder if there's anything here to steal from myself. That's strange. I don't remember planting those. Let's see. Rent's quite stable anyways. Nothing really. Okay. Now, last time I came through here, I found tons of diamonds. Isn't that neat? Bleh. And then the other day, I posted my old iMac. Like, this is for, maybe I had a 5-year-old machine. which is amazing for a computer these days. I posted it for free on something called FreeCycle. And since it was my first post, they wanted to moderate me just to make sure I wasn't a bot and I wasn't scamming the system or anything. And I guess whoever was moderating made the decision really quick, because I just turned around, looked the other way. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you know, I went and did some small thing for like just a few minutes. It came back, I had half a dozen replies. And I hate it when that happens. I mean, it's my own fault, sort of, but there's no way to meter. There should be, you know, something similar to Craigslist or FreeCycle, but where the inquiries are metered, and maybe you only get one or two at a time, and it immediately disappears for everyone else. And then if it falls through, it reappears, but it does it automatically so that you don't have to feel bad about not replying to half a dozen people. Hey, Kat, how you doing? Don't invade this space. I'm using it at the moment. So, but yeah, I wanted to give away the old iMac. It took all friggin' night to, no. Seriously, Kat, not now. Poor neglected animal. Let's see. Yep, I'm distracted. Damn it. What was I talking about just now? Isn't that bad? How horribly I misremember things or forget. So there's the map of the local area. There's the path I was on. There's the garden. It's kind of obscured now that it has trees on top of it. You can sort of see it. And then here, roughly, is where the spawn point of the world is. So you can see it goes... This here will be a bit of a park, or, you know, for everybody. And my plot is roughly this. And I only excavated a corner of it. And literally, look at this. Not 2 seconds later, I see a little hole. I come down here, and then bang. I've already kind of looted the place, but still. In the previously now deleted version of episode 24 that I just tore out, I also found one closer to my place, my other place. It also had nothing of interest in it. Oh, nice sky. Oh well. So most of the replies began and ended with, "When can I pick it up?" Which, you know, it's presumptuous, kind of, and it's maybe the wrong word, but it's terse and assuming, and sort of almost with a tone of demandingness that, goodbye, welcome back, that just sort of made me not at all interested in giving it to them. But this one person did reply with complete sentences and like actually requested rather than assumed they had just taken ownership of it. So I picked that one, and they showed up yesterday to pick it up after I did a DoD level wipe of the drive and reinstalled the OS so that when they turn it on, it will be ready for them to go. And they were really happy with it, which really makes this worthwhile. They left, and then I got an email saying everything was great, which, you know, I worried about because I did have to replace the hard drive at one point, so planned obsolescence these days. I'm just worried that after a couple weeks it's going to conk out, and I'm going to feel horrible even though I gave it away for free. I have no real reason to feel bad about it. I will. That's just the way it is. Cat, no. What is it with you and me in recording? Let's see. And then they said they work in the game industry, and do I want a free game or tickets to E3 or anything? And I've been to, after giving 2 talks and being at PyCon, I'm conferenced out, and I think work is sort of conferenced out too with me taking time off to go to conferences. I said, it's effectively no thanks. But if I ever manage to get off my butt and make my stupid adjective game, the game I have been discussing with people for a decade, probably now, then hey, maybe I'll have the email address of someone who will know somebody else I could talk to about this sort of thing. You know, could work out. So I've managed not at all to really figure out what I want to do. I always build things efficiently. They use a minimum of space, and then they feel congested. Hey, you can still see it. Look at that. I think that's a major improvement. Hello, water. So technically, I have all the way over there. Let's do an inventory. Man, I have a headache. What is this? I need to work out today too. I haven't done it recently enough, and I technically didn't overeat. I'm losing a tiny fraction of weight, but it's not the goal for the day. So I actually need to do a little exercise just to get it at goal. Especially after yesterday when I did not meet even the goal. It's perfectly okay to do it every now and then, but you just can't make a habit of it. But having done it yesterday, I have to be good today. And actually, exercise really isn't about burning calories on the spot. Like this guy in the Sugar, the Bitter Truth. Oh man, I wish I hadn't recorded. Talks about, it's like you can't burn off what people are eating these days. You know, when you have a Big Mac, you'd have to go mountain biking for like 10 straight hours to burn it off. And no one's going to, that's not going to happen. No one's going to do that mostly. Sorry, I'm just sort of looking for a way up, but I'm not seeing it. And so, it's sort of a excuse me, I will bleep that in a minute. Now that I have a funny bleep sound in icon, it's almost fun. Having trouble there, Fabian? Let's see. Man, I'm glad I didn't fall straight through again. What was I talking about? I just like looking at that damn thing. So, I guess this is my plot. I suppose I should just open it up. I can replant trees. That's not an issue. Oof. I can replant trees. Though the naturally rendered jungle is always more realistic feeling than anything I plant. But I can replant stuff. So let's just start. That will give me something relatively mindless to do while I talk. But I've already forgotten what I was talking about because I roll like that. Oh, man. I'm thinking whatever I make here is going to have a lot of jungle wood in it. For reasons best left unsaid. Let's see, what can I talk about? What was I just talking about? Seriously, my memory is terrible. How does it even work? How do I function as a human being? Well, I suppose if other animals can function, so can I. Very few... I don't want to speculate too much about animals, or postulate. Some have more memory than others, let's just say that. That is a safe statement. Dunk, dunk, dunk. I should harvest some of these leaves. Oh, is this a whole other tree? It is. Is it in my plot? Have I left my plot space? I can't tell from here. No, I'm safe. Okay. I just need to make sure I get everything. one of the testificates, the villagers at my new place, there's quite a few of them now. let's say that. I don't know how many is a lot, but it feels like a lot to me. Enough to make 2 golems. Ooh, careful. One of which I had to destroy because it was stuck in the floor. And there's really not a whole lot of call for their protection right now. I mean, we will turn monsters on. There was a proposal to do that tomorrow, though I'm not sure how that'll go. But, let's see. A number of them are priests who've been doing all kinds of funny enchantment stuff for me. So now I have, and have refrained from using, an axe, a diamond pickaxe. Not a pickaxe, a diamond axe. With, I think, Unbreaking 2 and Silk Touch. So I'm wondering, can I use that on anything or only work on woody things that already don't really benefit from Silk Touch? But I mean, can I use it on leaves and get the leaves? I'll have, I could answer that question if I tried. So yeah, I played pretty much the whole morning playing Civilization, which is a long game. Civ 5, that is. I always play Korea. Well, I don't. I play predominantly scientifically oriented cultures. So there's one like ooh, what is it? Is that the other tree I was working on over there? Man, I may have to use stacks to get up and finish these trees off. But let's see, what am I saying? I played Korea because it's in one of the DLC nations, and they are scientifically friendly, and I prefer that. And I'm basically winning. I was falling behind China for a little while. And China was rolling over my continent. They never straight out and attacked me, but they were going to town on India. And what was the other one? And Carthage. I do wonder if it would be a good game to make a Let's Play. Like, one season is a game. I'd have to work out how to begin and end episodes, though. I'm guessing from this debris that this is the other tree right here. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Yep. Carthage is gone. I mean, I haven't finished the game yet. The thing is, the closer to the end you get, the longer it takes. Especially with the rolling turns and stuff. It can be frustrating sitting there waiting for them to turn over. This new MacBook is significantly faster playing it, though, so that is nice. I assume in part because of the... I don't know. It has a lot of memory, and it has... well, it doesn't have a lot of disk space. It does have SSD disk space. That probably helps in terms of write speed. But India was right next to me. They were sort of southeast of me, and they were having a hard time. First, they were having a hard time with Carthage. Carthage was giving them took a bunch of their towns pretty quickly, actually. Pretty early on is what I'm saying. And oh, I have one more right there. Oh, that should be just sufficient too. And then both they and Carthage started falling to China, and China started taking some of the city-states as well, which is not all that common, really. They don't usually choose to do that. But they did in this case, and they were getting too big, and they were actually starting to pass me in certain areas. But I ended up being technologically superior by a wide margin, and I had a lot of... Shoot. I'm going to have to go up for that at some point. Let's get this guy here. I'm going to have to make or retrieve the axes that I was talking about. Shoop, shoop. And So they came for India, and it was India's last town. And I really didn't want to be alone on the continent with China. So at first I just played the obstructionist. Like, I just got in the way. I put my armies around his little town. What was it, Delphia? No, not Delphia. What am I talking about? I think it's their primary town in India. Why can't I think of it right now? Being a non-native, I don't know much about India. Sorry. Let's see. So I was like, okay, no. So I got in the way, but they kept finding ways to attack around me anyways. So I brought in some artillery. This is relatively late in the game at this point. I had artillery when the other guys were still rocking it in trebuchets, just to give you an example of how technologically advanced I was. And I took out China. I forced them back. And I had to do this a couple of times. You know, I'd go to peace with them, and then they would try this again, or they'd retake a town that I had returned. Whoops, stink. To India, because I wanted India to be sufficient enough to take care of itself, basically. If that makes any sense. Wow, this headache is really getting bad. Hello, map update. Yep, so there we go. That was kind of unnecessary, wasn't it? And the second or third time I did this, India decided they were going to stab me in the back. They didn't do much, but they kicked me out of their country. I was using their land to defend them, basically, and they kicked me out. And then they immediately lost their town to China, which was not the best AI in the universe. And then they kept being mean to me. They denounced me and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, fine. I think I took them out finally. And I was just like, okay, no, that's not right. India's still on the map. We resurrected our relations after a while, but I had to rescue their town 2 or 3 times anyways. And I took out Carthage, and then I took I took the rest of China. China is now down to 1 town on a remote island. And they, in part because they started losing ground on the home continent, their home continent, to the invasions of Inca. The Incan Empire came over and started taking some of their towns on our continent. So I now want to take out the Inca invaders as well if I return to the game. I have a bad habit of, when I clock out, save the game, clock out, I often don't return to it. I'll just start a new game. So the game flow could be improved, I think, just because of that. And I can tell you right now, one thing I want from Civilization 6, which, I'm sure isn't even in production yet, if ever, but I want it. And what I want from it is non-standard empires, like not even no pre-existing empires designed. Basically, each empire in the game is unique every single time you play. You could almost, if you can make Spore, I realize this isn't the same company, but if you can make Spore, then you can make characters like, leaders, empire leaders, who are different looking every time, and they have different personalities every time. And what I also want is dynamic history, like as you have interactions with all these different empires and stuff, their character changes, or if there's a massive incident that occurs or something, their character changes to reflect it. You know what I mean? So I want to see that in a Civilization game, and if they don't make it, maybe someday I will. That's not what I need at all. This is what I need. Thank you. Okay. I don't know what's going to go in there yet, but I just realized I'm getting a little full. So, you know what? This is going to take a while. And I've rambled reasonably successfully this time. So I'll set this aside, and I'll start saving, and about 40 minutes later, I'll start the next episode, since I want to have them ready for next week. So, amidst this gorgeous jungle rain, I bid everybody a good night. Like my video, subscribe to my channel, force your friends to do the same, force people you don't know to do the same. Spend all of your wealth, your personal finances, to make ads in the most ridiculous physical media you can think of about my completely boring and stupid Let's Play videos, and then just disperse them for people to find. How does that sound? Does that sound good? Alright, let's do this. Have a good night.